This is a live recording of how I traded AMD stock. You will see how I day trade with a 1-minute chart, 5-minute chart, and the most crucial of all, Market Atlas order flow chart. Market Atlas is a very simple level 2 data visualization. It's basically a new way of reading where price is heading, especially during the market open. Limit orders or pending orders need to be filled, especially when there are big orders stacking at a key level, such as a whole number psychology level or an all-time high breakout level. If you're serious about becoming a consistent trader, this live trading recording will be very insightful for you. Like the video so you can find it again when you need a revision. And do let me know if you want to see more live trade recordings.
So traders, this is Andrew's live trade recording. He was going long in AMD using the strategy Fallen Angel setup. This is a setup that was taught in Bamboo Traders community. It's a very classic setup to target the potential reversal move after the initial morning sell-off. And for this strategy, we will be looking at stocks that have gapped up pre-market due to a strong catalyst. It's AMD gapping up after announcing that OpenAI is taking 10% stake in the company. The 1-minute and 5-minute chart on the side, each time Andrew click buy, you will see the green entry arrows. When he takes profit, you will be seeing red arrows. On the right-hand side, we have the Market Atlas for AMD. The Market Atlas is an order flow chart showing you where orders are sitting. So pending orders, such as your limit order and stop loss order, they need to be filled. So whenever buyers are stepping in or sellers are stepping in, or when market makers are stepping in, trying to push the market to a direction, we will be paying attention to where the orders are sitting at. So it kind of tells us a direction that the market can potentially be moving towards. In this case, Andrew recorded this key level that we're seeing here, a very strong upside order stacking here. We also see a few more orders stacking. And for the bid side, we're seeing some levels here, which were earlier respected here. So this tells us that the bottom could have been formed because buyers do step in at these key levels when we saw bid side orders stacking. And now we're looking at the upside order, which could be a potential level for the price to break through on the upside. For scalping, Andrew will be looking to locking in profits at these key levels. And if we do see a breakthrough that's sustained above this level, in most of the cases when we have a strong stacking outside order indicated by the red and green on Market Atlas order flow, we will be seeing a strong breakout and potentially a few retests for us to see more upside. And in this case, as Andrew entered the trade below the VWAP, which is the blue line here, the stop loss would be the low of day, and he would be targeting at least 1 or 2R or 3R. And now that we can see a clearer level forming here with a very extended bar here on our Market Atlas chart, there's a good reason to think the Market Atlas chart is basically an order flow chart. It will show you how the order is flowing. The sizes of the circular things that you're seeing here indicate the strength of the buyers. So not only that we have different sizes of the buying orders getting filled, we also have a very clear color scheme that will show you where the orders are stacking at, so you can pay attention to this price level. The recommended way of using Market Atlas is to put it side by side next to your price candlestick chart. On the 5-minute chart, we're seeing more bullish candle here. As well, on the 1-minute, we're seeing that this level has been holding nicely near our entry, near Andrew's entry level. And this is also confirmed on the Market Atlas, where we can see buyers stepping in before these levels. And now we have a clearer upside order. And now we have a clearer level highlighted in red, telling us that there are orders stacking here. Usually when we have a clear level stacking up like this, when price do hit this level, the breakout or the breakthrough will be very quick. When price does hit this level, the breakout or the breakthrough will be very sustainable, and we'll potentially see a very strong breakout, or we'll be seeing a strong retest and push the price higher. Now we're also seeing a new level of stacking order here. For the downside, we're seeing some buyers waiting to be filled here. So all in all, the Market Atlas is showing us a potential reversal move, as we just saw that the price came back to this level where the bid were sitting, and now we have a strong reaction of this level pushing higher. And buyers continue to step in. As you can see on the 1 minute candle here, Andrew just added after seeing this reaction of price hitting the key level here on Market Atlas, and buyers do step in, and Andrew quickly added. And now we have another elevated buyer here, an obvious buyer stepping in. Now we have a stronger confluence to believe that the price can move towards this level. And now we have a strong order getting filled here, a very obvious visualization for us traders if we're using Market Atlas to trade. And we'll be waiting for the orders to get filled. If price does push through this level, again, the breakout will be very strong. So we can see Andrew is still holding, and he just took a profit here. As soon as we see this breakout, lots of interaction here, lots of transaction going on here. And Andrew is starting to take profit. And now we're reaching another key level, which is the order stacking here. So Andrew is mostly out of his trade at this point, seeing that we have taken out a clear level of outside order here. And now we're waiting to see if buyers will be stepping in at this level. If not, prices could pull below. We're seeing a new level of order stacking here and here, as the candlesticks show us that price is curling back towards the VWAP.
We can see the heat map on Tesla has some big orders at 444, while the current price on Tesla is 443. That's actually a decent sign for, though I might not be so focused because I'm doing the recording, I'm watching Andrew. I want to just catch something and show you how this thing works. Market usually moves towards liquidity, and as far as you can see on Atlas, the liquidity is around 444, nothing below. That's a bullish sign. It means that it can go to 444. Since we're waiting for the market open, I hope that it's not gonna hit the 444 during the pre-market, just to make sure that we can get an opportunity. We're getting a volume spike right now. It's 443.50ish. It's probably gonna hit the 444 before the market open. That would be a shame. What's the strategy? Wait for a pullback to VWAP and then play it long. Oh, of course it's going to 444. You see it hit the 444 liquidity, but that's okay. We still have a 445. Maybe it's going to give us an entry when we can get squeezed all the way to 445. We have a lot of liquidity ahead of us at 445. Let's add more levels actually. You can see we have also 446, so aggregate over. You can see that there are multiple levels. The more levels you have, the higher you can see. If you add, for example, 50 levels, you can see orders all the way up to 458. And you can see that there is a big order down here at 430. That means that 430 could also be reached. But now the question is, which level is going to be hit first? The upwards or the one downwards? Probably it's going to grab the liquidity up here before going lower. And this is also something that you need to pay attention to. Having liquidity up here at 445 but nothing below here does not mean that it's not gonna go down, because you have a big order down there at 430. That means that this one is going to be grabbed probably because it's close to the current price, and then it's going to sell off and go all the way to 430. Anyway, market's about to open, and let's get ready to execute the trade. Market opened. It's giving a small bullish price action. I'm going to go long here because it is probably gonna go squeezed. So my recording was cut, sorry about that. Anyway, so we played it to the long side and I put my stop loss in the middle of the range. This is the mini range that we broke it. We retested the range and now I'm looking for a long. I'm already long in it, so I'm looking for an add because the stop loss right now is really wide. I don't love having a stop loss of $2. So as the price goes in my favor and gets momentum, I can add to my position. We grabbed these orders at 445. That's beautiful. You could see that we went through it. And now I can lock in some profits on Tesla. That is beautiful here. I'll lock in more profits. We can add more periods. Look at this, 448, 447 and 448. We're having big liquidity up there and nothing below us. That means that the price could reach it, but remember there is still a big liquidity below us. And another thing to remember, guys, is that the daily chart is really bearish. We had a big dump, so I'm not really keen on having a big move to the upwards. And remember, we had a big order at 430, which means that the price is going to go down there. So we are grabbing the liquidity that's close to us, but it could easily turn over. At this stage, we can move the stop loss to break even. So since we have big liquidity on the Atlas at 447, I'm going to hold on to it a little bit longer. Maybe I'll exit most of my position around 447. Look at this price slowly going up. I like that. Let me place a limit at 447. So we have that limit order. Price is dropping, unfortunately, and probably I'm going to move it down any second now, and I'm out. So that was basically it, but you could see how useful it is to use this order map or heat map or Atlas right at the open. Now look at this. What do I have down here? Big order just stepped in at 442, and if I was not out at break even, probably I would have been out the moment this order showed up, because it is going down to 442. 100% it is going down to 442, and you need to be careful about that. You can also use the Atlas as an exit signal if the price goes against you. You see this? I told you 100% it is going to 442. And that's how we got a really nice spike. You see, now we have 440, big order down here. So now probably what happened on the chart is that we had a nice range on the 5-minute chart. This is my beautiful range that I'm usually looking at. We have a break up. After the break up, we go inside the middle of the range. That means that what we had up here is a fake break up. And that means that the price now could go all the way down and lower. At this stage, I could actually even short it. I just want to make it educational for you who already executed the trade, but what you could do at this stage is take it to the short side around here and have a stop loss at the high of the current week. What's your target? Switch back to the heat map, $440. That's where you could exit probably most of your position, and that's how you can use Atlas for scalping. So quick update, guys. As far as you could see, we went past the $440 area that we were talking about, and even lower. We're now headed to $433 area, and I have no doubt that by today it's going to reach the $430 area. So if you remember, I told you that you could have shorted it on this minute around here, put your stop loss at the high, and it would have hit the $440 area where we had the liquidity, and it continued going lower. So don't get tempted by the aggregate over for low levels, which is 10 levels. It'll probably grab the liquidity that we have up there because it's close, but the biggest liquidity was sitting down here, which meant that the overall trend, looking at the daily chart after a red candle, looking at the 60-minute chart, having a reverse ABCD pattern, and looking at that liquidity at 430, the overall trend was to the downside. So you could use it as a major trend and a minor trend. The minor trend was to the upside that we used for a scalp. The major trend is where you could switch your position and play to the short side, or where you could just time your exit before going for the original move and playing the original setup. I hope this video was educational enough. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, ayman@bearbulltraders.com, and hopefully I'll make more of these.